Fish Mechanic Beethoven. That's right, and we're back. We are back for another lesbian mecha. Yuri mecha? Gay mecha? All of the above? All of the definitely all of the above. It still feels really weird today. I was so sure. I don't know if that's ever happened before. I feel like I'm so on top of days off because I want to be able to like play around them, like whether I want to have stream or not, whether like that kind of stuff. Whether if I don't have stream, what I'm gonna do. So usually I'm very on top of it. But no, yesterday, like 6:30, like 6:45, 15 minutes before I got out of work, we're discussing something in work chat, and someone's like, "Oh well, we should wait to discuss this on like Monday." And I was like, "Oh, Monday? Wait, what?" They're like, "Yeah, so true. I hope everyone has a good long weekend." And I was like, "Wait." And then I go and check. Our schedule or our like check-in schedule thing, and there it was plainly written this day. The 20th was our day off, not the 23rd. Not the 23rd. In fact, the 20th, today, Friday. Wowie. Like, I was so gaslit I had gaslit myself to such an extent that I knew that the first day of spring was the 20th, but I thought that I had seen on my calendar that we had the 23rd off. So I was like, well, I guess for some reason they moved the day off. I don't know. So my brain was like, you know, the hour before I even got out of work, I was already like preparing, like, okay, well, what am I going to have for lunch tomorrow? What should I prepare tonight so that I can throw it together easily tomorrow morning for lunch for Friday? And then what am I gonna wear tomorrow? And then do I want to sleep in or wake up early because I don't have stream? Like, my brain was zooming through all the things, and then bam, I didn't need any of it. It was crazy. That was a crazy moment. That today was the day I had off. Wow, today, not tomorrow, today, not Monday, today. That was very. I feel like if I like listed out things, it doesn't sound like I did a lot of things today, but I did get stuff done that I needed to get done. Everyone should be proud of me. Hear me, for I have been productive. It got stunned. Very proud of you. Thank you. And actually, because I one of the big things that I realized I hate going to the post office. The post office is my dentist. I have no idea why. But I always like get really anxious when I go. But then I was there, I did my thing. I sent something away, cash on delivery, which is a wild experience in itself. Because you just fill out a form, hand them the package, and then you just walk away. Post office is my new dentist. Brand new sentence in English language. I am the dictator of English now. But so yeah, cash on delivery is crazy because they just accept that who's ever on the receiving side is just gonna pay for it. Like it's all calculated. They said yes, but yeah, it's weird. It's really weird to just walk away. And they believe me. But while I was there was like a foreign family. They must have been on a trip or something. But like they were trying to send a package back to their country. Like, you know how you send things but they won't fit into your suitcase or something, or maybe it can't come on the plane, like stuff like that. I see people talk about doing it all the time. But here's a thing that you don't expect. In Japan, they no longer allow you to just write out shipping labels. You can't just show up, write your address on a shipping label, and then show it off. You cannot do that. You must fill it out online and then print it out. Thankfully, you can print it out at the post office, but there's like scarce amounts of information about it. And there's like this one little piece of paper at the actual post office, and the poor person working there, because today's a holiday. Yes, that's why I have today off. Yes. And so they had like the scaled down version of the post office. They have the usual like big office, tons of people working there, and then they have on like early mornings and days off, they have just like 2 people working there, and you have to use a buzzer to get them. And they just accept packages and just like send them off. So I feel like they weren't equipped to deal with this person that didn't know what they were doing to send a package abroad. And so she was like trying, she was on the site that you had to go to do the whole package thing, but it's really confusing, even in English. And so I was like, is English okay? She was like, yes. And I was like, okay, so this is what you do, because I've done it multiple times to send stuff to friends. So I was like, okay, so you have to go down here, and you have to log in as a guest, and then you can fill in all of your information here, and then it'll send you a QR code, and you scan the QR code over there, and then you go here. And the guy behind the desk, he's like, "Arigatou gozaimasu." He was like crying. Like I would expect me to be telling it as an exaggeration, but like his voice actually felt like it was trembling as he was thanking me. Like somehow he saw his life flash before his eyes, just in trying to like understand and communicate what this woman had to do in order to print her international shipping label. It's just so confusing. Cause like meanwhile I'm there, I'm writing my stupid send-off thing, because the person I got that I was sending like returning a package to, they were in Japan as well. So that I could just do simple write their address and then send it, and bam. I'd love to work on a day like that, honestly same, because when I got in there, I was like, I was really thankful, because when I first got in there, it was like they have like metal shutters closing off the actual window area, so you do have to press a really loud buzzer button to get their attention. Which I feel like it's a test. It's a test for Japanese people as to do they really need that package delivered today? Or can they just come back another day when they don't have to press a button and annoy people? But thankfully, when I went in, someone, like, as I was writing the address of where I was sending it, someone else came in and buzzed, and there was, like, that person that finished their stuff, and then there was the foreign family that was there. So I didn't have to press any button. I was so thankful. But yeah, otherwise, you're just kind of like vibing for the whole day behind a giant metal shutter, just like getting paid. And I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they pay a little, like a teeny little bit extra for these just like off, like holiday and early hours kind of thing. I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of like do extra, because it's open during the hours that are most inconvenient for the workers, basically. So like, I think it opens in the mornings at like 7 a.m. So that's inconvenient for workers. It's open on holidays. That's inconvenient for workers. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they have a little extra pay. But I have not a single shred of proof that that's actually how it works. I might just be making things up. I'm just pulling off the information that I have from Tsuki's dad, who works at a hospital, to where that's how it goes. Like holidays, you get extra time. Not extra, well, I guess it is. Even though everyone is required to work they're required to work holidays. You have to pick like the holidays you want to work and the holidays you don't want to work. And then you get paid like a wee bit extra. A wee bit extra. You guys had to give up a holiday. So like New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Thanksgiving. There are other holidays where you get the day off. Well, I guess technically Christmas isn't even a day off. I'm trying to think of what other holidays are in the running for his company's like thing. I'm not sure. If it's government holidays, you get the extra pay for sure in America. Yeah. That's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. Time and a half. Heck yeah, get all the extra money. All of it! Claim it all! I don't know. If I had to work a holiday, I think Suki dad takes off, or he works on New Year's Eve, and he works on Christmas Eve. I think those are the 2 days that he takes off. Because Christmas and Thanksgiving are big cooking days in the Tsukimi Dormi household. So he's always cooking up a storm. He's always slaving away at the stove. They're not always. Well, no, even when we're not the main cooks for Thanksgiving, he always brings something. So he's always cooking something. And for Christmas as well. Yeah, he's always slaving over stuff. But he likes it! He likes it! Is it really slaving away? I don't think it would. No, I gotta pay more on President's Day. Oh, yeah. How was your holiday? It was good. I got things done that I needed to get done. I helped out. Where were those people from? Thailand? I think they said Thailand. I think it was Thailand. I have some people from Thailand. So instead of saying yes, father, I have to say yes, chef. Yes. It treats me like a baby too, which is great because he is so disrespected by how much meat I leave on my bones. He usually cuts off all the meat from my bones for me. It's like, no child of mine is leaving behind meat on the bone. I am taking your bone from you. You're not allowed to have this. It's just fine with me because I don't like dealing with bones. Does he also cube your meat? I don't think so. I think he just like tears it off. He's got some like really insane deboning skills though, so yeah, he probably doesn't. It's been a while. It's been a while since he's made food that has bones in it while I'm home. I think the last couple times he's gone like very like extravagant stuff that doesn't have bone. This is like, yes, exactly. Adult chicken nuggets, chicken tenders, chicken tendies, the best. Boneless wings. Put the whole thing in your mouth, exactly. You don't gotta think. Exactly the same reason why I don't like eating celery. I don't want to have to work for my food. You know, that's negative calories. I know that's a myth, but still. But yeah, I got some cool stuff back today. I can't wait to show you guys. I got to work on some other stuff today that I can't wait to show you guys. The best part, celery, yeah. There used to be a myth that celery was like negative calories, like chewing it expended more calories than it actually gave. I'm like 99% certain that's a myth. Yes, I'm very excited. I watched the first episode of Steel Ball Run, which threw me for an absolute loop. You know what? Props to JoJo fans. Props to JoJo fans. I was able to go into Steel Ball Run 100% blind. I had no idea what was happening. I gotta wait for my friends to watch. Yeah. That's why I'm like, I'm not saying anything because like, the fact like going into that first episode blind and then just being shocked by like things that happened. I was like, I can't ruin this for everybody. I gotta spoil spoiler tag everything. Have you not read the part or anything? No. I've never. I don't read JoJo. I am an anime-only JoJo fan. I'm anime-only, and somehow I have gotten like I didn't even think about it until today, and I was like, yeah, I've never known anything. Like I don't know characters. I think the only like spoiler I've ever had is that the part 6 was a girl. That's literally like the only thing I ever knew when it came to JoJo. Like I watched the first season, part 1 of JoJo. I didn't even know who Dio was. I was like, oh, who's this strapping young lad? It's, oh my god, vampire! Like, I didn't know it was a vampire story. I didn't know that like they were like faking British accents. I had no idea. Seven is actually my favorite. I'm excited for the and guys, it's only I was like, well, they announced that the thing is, in Japanese it said Zenwa on like some of the announcements, and I was like, are they just gonna like batch drop everything? But then there's only episode 1, Koreans. Are we actually? Is Netflix? Is Netflix? Is Netflix actually weekly releasing? Please. So, latest JoJo part longer than all the previous? I have no idea. I don't even Egypt? I feel like Egypt was pretty long. But that could just be because they gave it a ton of episodes. Because we were able to get through the Egypt game quite easily. That didn't take us very long. Let's see. Yeah, I had no idea what was gonna happen. So I watched that today. I watched more of series that's already done, but not. Okay. Fallout! I watched more of the Fallout live action series, and then I finished One Piece live action. Now it's so when season 3 of One Piece live action. I don't think They haven't even like announced that it's filming, have they? Or like that they're making it? Have they announced that they are making a season 3, or are we just all like praying? I feel like I'm gonna do the normal thing. I've just been the manga from the beginning like a mad lad. Do it. I need to do that with One Piece and the ketchup. The ball run is pretty long. I guess it is. It's a long journey. Was it San Francisco to New York? 40 years of Shonen Jump? Oh wait. Was it consistent? Did it never take breaks? Has he been going the whole time? With no break? I feel like... Don't think it, did take a break. Where is it even releasing? Is it in Shonen Jump or is it elsewhere? Ultra Jump. Is Ultra Jump weekly? Monthly! Okay. So since 2005, he's only been monthly releases, which are still pretty intense. Yeah. But still, before then, it was weekly. That's pretty crazy. Oh, interesting. Steel Ball Run. In the middle of Steel Ball Run. Okay, middle is it. In the first year of Steel Ball Run, they switched over from weekly to monthly. That must have been crazy. Taking like one break. That's insane. And he looks like he's like the vampire, right? Like he kind of looks the same as he always has. He's got that Dio goodness in him. I can understand why. Like, just imagine every week you have to pump out a new chapter, and then all of a sudden you have 4 weeks. 4 weeks! Or what? That's an insane amount of increase in time. It's like walking into an empty room and being like, oh my, there's so much room for activities. Wow! It'd be so exciting. Castaways humanity to right peak. Acceptable. I just finished the 2011-2024 one of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtles counted off 1. 2. 3. No matter what. Yeah, I totally remember the lyrics. Perfect. Yeah, I know exactly what's up with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Is that when that TV show aired? It's a shell of a town. They don't mean like a shell. Oh my gosh, it was covering up a bad word. that they were. I didn't understand. I only understand it now. Wow. Wowie! I always just thought, I was like, yeah, the shell of the town, because, you know, they've got shells. And they're in the town. Yeah, it's a shell. Like, yeah. What the shell? What the shell? Yeah. They're so smart. The writers of puns, they're all just so smart. The 1987 cartoon, definitely for babies. There's a moment. The 1987 cartoon. There's a moment where they get in the car and are like, let's haul shell out of here. That one I definitely would have had. But you always got. I feel like back then they used to put it. Well, maybe now they do. Let's be real. I haven't watched children's shows in a really long time. But maybe they still do. But like, I feel like they used to put like stuff for the adults in TV shows back then. Like, it wasn't frequent, but every now and then there'd just be like a little thing where it's like, oh, only an adult would pick that up. Like the Rugrats first movie, in the very beginning, there's a moment to where they're trying to figure out Dill's gender, like what before he's born, because they don't know. And one of the characters is like, well, you know what they say, born under Venus, they're born with it. And then someone like comes in and cuts them off with like a completely different sentence. Like, not like trying to stop them from saying it, I believe. Like, they just come in like naturally like, oh, by the way, did you hear blah blah blah? Like, no child would understand that. What about the umbilical? Wait, there's an umbilical cord joke? Hold on. The kid at Chucky's be out with his friends, not alone in his room, bopping his boo-boo. His boo-boo? Oh, is that one? But why would they say that about a small child? That just seems weird. Like, he wasn't old enough. Unless it was like the all grown up. All grown up, I really want to shout it out. All grown up, I want the world to know. All grown up, I really want to shout it out. All grown up with you. And baby was like, they cut my umbilical cord. Oh, consider yourself lucky. They think their pee-pee is an umbilical cord. That's crazy. There is an episode where they all lose their diapers and Tommy thinks Lil lost something. Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember that one. I feel like somehow I understood that. Even as like a child, I feel like I understood that as a child. Maybe because I watched it when I was like, what's in that? The writers were good. They definitely were. All right. Speaking of good writing. And I guess TBD's favorite turtle? Yes. Do it. I forget. Guys, over here. Let's do it just in case. Turtle. Okay. But we've been playing too many games, Dornians. Yeah. Anybody bought anything for the spring sale? Oh, wait, like Teenage Okay, wait. I would have to actually go check because I didn't actually watch the shows enough to know the difference between any of the brothers. I thought you were going to list an actual, like, a turtle classification. I was like, I mean, like, tortoises are pretty cool. I don't know that many different tortoise species, but, like, maybe there's one that would be... I'm really on it tonight. Here we go. Heaven will be mine. Dun, 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 dun. I did have a shirt, though, that I got, when I was in college. From, like, a group Christmas thing. The person bought me a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles t-shirt, except it had all of the artists' faces, and then those like artist statue heads, and then it had the correct color eyepiece over them as if they were the turtles. It was a really cute shirt. Okay, now will everything pick up? That is the game. Music. We are getting music. Have to keep it up long enough and it'll just find itself? Yes. No, maybe so. No, it doesn't look like it wants to show. So what if that and brought it back? Sunday? Why don't you want to be picked up, huh? Ha! Alright, remove. What if we do anything? No. What if we do any window open bad if we accidentally pick it up? Da 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 da. Close this. Close this just in case. And what about this? That's fine if you guys see. Window capture. There we go. The way this works. Wow. That's so deep. I bet it is. You're talking about the shirt, I'm guessing. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I don't think I ever actually watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What am I doing right now? I was gonna do something. Oh, right. Okay, I remember. Da, 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 da. There. Resume. Yes. He said maybe it'll find itself. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Computers can be deep like that. Also, are we seeing the screen moving? It's not like, I was like, oh wait, I can see. I can check. They are moving. I forgot I put out a preview of my screen. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. Maybe we can leave ourselves on long enough and we'll find ourselves. That's what it really means to be a digital citizen. I still can't believe in college I took a class that was called Digital Citizen and Self. What a god-awful name for a class. It's still the dumbest class I've ever taken. Alright, mailing alerts. Oh. Nick's resignation. 2. Memorial Foundation archives from the Mother effin' Celestial Mechanics Research Lead Eopitus. Well, in the digital world, there's only 3 things to do. Hey, what 3 things? Tell me. 6. You fundamentally misunderstood the purpose of pursuing the dream of space. I never sought to correct you. After all of the great things you have accomplished are the result of that misunderstanding. Believe that your dream, so universally loved, was loved because you wanted it to come true. This was not the case, of course. Even though I think the Memorial Foundation truly believed that they wanted the same as you. But as the tides of Earth turned, they realized in their own hearts that they are not the forefront of humanity's change, but slaves to its whims. Protect human culture means to always be at its beck and call, no matter what it becomes. And their dream is one overwhelming power that will unlock the last mystery and cement our authority forever. Whoa. What were the reading materials? Didn't read anything. We played WoW. I played World I can't. World of Warcraft. I played. What else did we play? Second Life. We played a lot of MMOs basically. To see what it meant to be a digital citizen. The most classes I've taken were computer literacy and Microsoft literacy. It's even the point when they changed everything like every 2 seconds. And the moment you said digital citizen, but this is just World of Warcraft, isn't it? Yep. I think I've told this story before of like my class was supposed to meet in this one area after a week. Like we had to all get to a certain level and then we had to meet in this one area. And then our teacher was gonna come and like do stuff with all of us. And so we were all meeting there and then someone like random came up to us and like, what are you guys all gathered here for? We're like, oh, we're class and we have to meet our teacher here. And then the person was like, I am your teacher now. I am your teacher, follow me! They didn't actually go anywhere, but they just started jumping up and down, and we just started jumping up and down with them. Truly, I learned that day what it meant to be a digital citizen. But were you a gnome? I forget. We all had to be like the same class or something so that we could all start in the same area. I don't think we were gnomes. I'd have to look up what we were. And no need shortcuts except for the LinkedIn shortcuts. And that's the only things that stuck with me from the class. Ooh. Ooh. Let's see. What your children achieved with freedom from gravity, we will have the power to determine on our own. I hope you can understand the depths of my gratitude to you for exploring these ideas, that they might one day belong to us. Impetus is on our side. Well, on our side in quotation marks. That's where we started, with being under Impetus. An Academy student research records. Oh, database leak. Oh my god, it's a database leak! Database. Pilot Operation Manager Europa. Of all the Generation 3 pilots, Mercury is far and away the one best suited to actually be a pilot. Okay, so I do need a little refresher, if anybody remembers. If not, we can look it up later. As to who, like, I remember Ipidus. Weirdly enough, Ipidus is, like, the one I remember the most. I have no idea why. We don't even know what they look like. And then the names of, like, everybody else. Like, Nyx, and Mercury. Are we Mercury? Are we Mercury? Pluto is like the one that's the most Lala, if I remember correctly. Mercury was our homeboy. Oh, okay. So Mercury's homeboy was Sass. And apparently he's far and away the best one suited for pilot, to be a pilot. Then let's read about Mercury. To be an actual, to the degree I'd be terrified being that position to any other one of Ipidus's nightmare brats. So there's absolutely no chance that he'll be assigned, of course. He really is trying to maximize. What I want to impress, however, is that Mercury is still someone Ipidus chose personally for the pilot role. And he served himself during the Cold War, alongside the current second-tier candidate, Saturn. Lunaterra! Right, that's the Char, not Char. I was like, what was her name? That Lunaterra. Mercury used to be a lot different, which is obvious. A lot of our pilots used to be a lot different, for reasons only space can explain. I think reducing it to Mercury's personal stake is as incomplete a reading as it would be for any of the other pilots in celestial mechanics. Some of them even know exactly what they're doing. Mercury, most of all. I don't think he has petulant grudges against humanity. He's just very critical. He's not, like, angry or anything. He's just... Oh, no data log. Alignment, or like fairly equal on this, and then Fatal Grace is just kind of there. Mercury! A boy in space! Consummate bridge bunny. Okay, Saturn. We are Saturn. Yeah, Mercury is Terrans. And everybody... Like, nobody really... like, nobody, like, really cares, which is great. But yeah, that's a he. And... Don't make it sound like I hated following command any less than you. Don't worry! I would never doubt that. Hey, Mercury. Why are you still at Celestial Mechanics? Why are you? If you still are, that is. You're the one who can choose. Mercury? Oh, don't. If you hadn't hijacked String of Pearls, you'd still be here like me, waiting. To see if that's true. To see if it's true, wait, no. To see if it's true that we can be... Oh, okay. Just like, kind of all one sentence, but not. See if it's true that we can be what comes after being human. I don't want that for you. I certainly don't trust or believe in celestial mechanics or Ipidus. But wasn't that the worst part? I forgot the next name was going to start String of Pearls. Yeah, it's still an interesting name. Even after he decided we weren't good enough to be the chosen pilots, neither of us left. Oh yeah. That's right, because he's too good. He was too good to be chosen pilot. They didn't want to put actual goodness in there, so they're like, yeah, not Mercury. And I think they just hate Saturn. Which, given how crazy she is, I guess I can see why. He knew we wouldn't leave because we already wanted it too much. Do you still want that more than anything else? I don't know. I know what I don't want, and it's to have nothing to show for it. Nothing to show for what? But man, they type so fast. Coming to space, going to the academy, never having a chance to fight in the Cold War, not having a say either way, falling stupidly for the worst man alive. I'm counting on you, Saturn, to be something better than just the same Earth we left. You never have to worry about that. I have only the highest ambitions for us. Those girls you're flirting with better have a decent future for us, is all I'm saying. Yeah, about that. Lunaterra. Or, fine, okay. Only if it's a really good one. If nothing else. I'll make sure that he doesn't get the future he wanted. Ha! Any future, but the future he wants is good. Give me a Ganymede a good place. There, wherever, and whenever it is. Bye. Alright, cause... Oh wait, no, it wasn't here. It was here. Yeah. I want to impress, however, that Mercury is still someone... Yeah, so we're both Imputus's choices, but then neither of us were chosen. Thanks, database leak! Mysterious. Isn't he Imputus? I thought he was Impetus. I thought they both... Well, I thought Mercury liked Impetus. I don't know, like... We don't know much about Impetus. If he's their, like, commander. What is... Oh, these are... This is going over there. I was like, I can see something covering the edges of this. Da-da-da-da-da. I think that's... Comms with Mercury. So you can't see comms from other days. That stinks. Alright. Let's... Lunaterra? In the Garden District, closest to the malfunctioning and broken tidal reactor that kept the colony together, time and space aren't quite right. The perfect place for a real fight. How deep under Lunaterra's skin do you think she can get? Also, I'm realizing I didn't do good warnings, and I know who came in earlier. I saw it. There it is. Good warning. G. Good warning, Lily. Good warning, Mikaron. Good warning, Niru. Good warning, Daichi. Hello, friends. Hello. Alright. I can just become unsick, and all will be good. And then what's this? This is the LuKremBo colony is in an uninhabitable husk, but Cradle's grace still clings to it. Quite literally. Pluto's dream might collapse under its own weight or crush Saturn under it. We're going for Lunaterra. We're going for Lunaterra. We're gonna do her first. Ugh, this place. I don't feel like seeing home again. Come on. That's a long word. We need long words. Saying Niru Jane with the same cadence as Gilgamesh. Niru Jane. Wait, there's not enough. Gilgamesh. New Yeah. You gotta work. You gotta work for that. Oh, Janae! Okay, wait. That makes sense then. Hirugamesh. Hirujane. Okay, yep, we got it. Don't tell me you don't have fond memories of the academy. I do, despite myself. And that's why I don't have any wish to see it like this. A ruined garden that only reminds us how weak the gravity of this whole venture really was compared to Earth. Not to mention, it was all for something completely worthless, too. Wait, now you're grumbling about a mission? This is historic. LuKremB reactor is just a hollow shell, and there's barely any advantage to having getting it. This better be a trap to use you as bait to get Memorial Foundation off our trail. Anime and manga! Anime and manga! Narujane! I can't see that boy though. I can't see him saying that name in the same way. I guess if there was like a band that was called that, I could see it, but it feels wrong. Oh no, what a terrible trap to fall in. More flirting, I see. Is it unbearable? Yes, extremely. Are you really still getting nowhere with her? What are you talking about? I think you said you were going to crack her open and peel her shell, but I don't think you have. You don't know anything! Shh! I am completely and utterly correct then. She is highly evasive. Point blank or sniper shot, I can't seem to hit her. Your type, I see. Shut up! I got the Academy's most notorious heartbreaker to look like an idiot at me, so I win, so shut up. She's even stupider than I thought she was. That's not... Oh, wait. But she's not as stupid as me. I was gonna say, that's not a very nice thing to say, but it's okay because she's still above ourselves. What? And peel her open like a crab. The way that he described it, wait, can I look at... Oh, this is a very weird way to do data logs. Yeah, the way that he described it, crack her open and peel her shell, just makes me imagine crab legs. Like, the first image that pops into my mind is like cracking a crab leg and then like flopping out the interior meat. Exactly like they did in Orange Horse Club. But she's not as stupid as me. You're the one with the guts all over the place. Oh, that's fine. I'm frustrated, all right? But it's not because I'm not getting anywhere, or because I even care. Alright, this time, I'm done playing. Happy? If there's anything there, or if she just meddled all the way through, I'm going to find out. It is that boring. I'll never forgive her. But I'm coming back with the guts this time. Oh. Let's see. Loyal outcome favors Celestial Wing. Fight for real. In a fun way. Oh wait. Fight for real in a fun way, or fight for real in a fun way. Never forgotten every story told. Not long ago, the Academy gardens were beautiful. They were warm. Now they're colder than space. There's no feeling as cold as what is as cold as wet is. Not even vacuum. Under the stability of artificial gravity, underground colony was as Earth as Earth. Maybe even a little bit more. In being more Earth than Earth was, it was also less. And so Memorial Foundation Existential Safety ordered it abandoned first when the space program was decommissioned. Not everyone agreed. And then there was a fight. And then the colony became like this, ruined in a way only human thing can be ruined. The reactor was shattered, and with it, all possibility for life and hope. Yet still, some of it lingers. Moss grows, objects gather. Sometimes there are whispers, idle memories, etched into space time by the humans who spend too short time there. True space is more of a numb feeling. But it's the cold of nothing. And it feels like nothing too. I'm not so lost in nostalgia, I can't tell when I'm not alone. And I know I'm not alone, so say something. And then we're peeking out. So you did come. You're always close by. And you're always hiding something. And you're always just out of reach. Though I have seen your face, I feel like I haven't. And though I've shot you through the heart, it feels like I've never touched you. Do you wanna? Maybe you're just dead, Slunatera. I felt those plenty. I should say that about you, in fact. Slunatera, maybe you're the one who never came close enough to touch me. Am I just that good, or are you holding back? You're slippery. And you've gotten better, too. What makes you say that? I don't already know where you are this time. I must have been doing pretty awful before then. No, you weren't. But it's still unbelievable that you've gotten so good in such a short amount of time. I don't believe it. There's no hiding how much I suck, huh? No, the opposite. There's no way you weren't this good before. That's not true. You've definitely been trained, haven't you? I never fought other pilots. Did you fight something else? That doesn't count. It was nothing but training. And then nothing, the existential threat. And then nothing. The existential threat was never real. It was a trick of light. And our weapons pierced it with 100% accuracy every time. And no one was ever hurt. And it never became real enough to fight. That's true. It's also true that this isn't a real fight either. You're right when you called it play fighting. These machines weren't ever designed with practicality in mind. They simply aren't made with the intention to kill. Alright, so Dr. Nix was the one that was like kind of in charge of all of the pilots, I think? And Pluto? I think that's her name. Ender's Game! That's it. I've heard plenty. Oh wait, no, that's her. I've heard plenty of Dr. Nix. I don't need a lecture. And you're not even explaining it right. They did make ship selves. Oh yeah, that's what they call them. Ship selves with practicality in mind. They made them specifically in a shape that would not allow for death and war. Dr. Nix just didn't want an end to the conflict. Because that's silly. You can't be human without it.
death defeats the purpose of conflict, which is how humans communicate and change. Death and war end conflict. The ship self signals the fundamental transformation of human conflict from suffering into love.
Huh? Wait, hold on. Hold on, I need to read through this for a second. Death defeats the purpose of conflict, which is how humans communicate and change. Wait, is conflict how humans communicate and change? Is that it? And then death and war end conflict. And then ship shelves signal the fundamental transformation of human conflict from suffering to love. So then instead of death and war... Wait, no. Wait, no. Death and war end conflict. But then the conflict we're suffering... Wait, so are we going to end love with death and war? What is bro saying? Am I not smart enough for this? Yeah, like if I just take the last sentence, I'm like, okay, yeah, I understand what the ship shelves are doing, but then when I add it to the rest, they're just talking. If you know it, explain it right away. I lost my cap to my water. That's okay. We'll just drink it all.
If you knew Dr. Nix, you might have a hard time taking it seriously.
Not part of Cradle's grace for a reason, you know. I'm not that dumb, but I am. Loki, the first couple sentences. Let's just blame it on Lunatera. She's just trying to act cool because she's a shark clone. Now with our mechs, our conflict will lead to love instead of suffering. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like she didn't need the first two sentences. She's just trying to sound cool. She's one of those people to where she recently read like a bunch. She found a YouTuber that does a bunch of like not self-help, but Plato and philosophy. Like she started following and reading a bunch of like philosophy and philosophy books and philosophers. And now she really wants to sound like she's cool. So she just keeps talking. She just keeps putting words in the form of a sentence. Shh. I don't like the hard T. I don't know why I don't like saying it with a hard T, so I just call him Plato. Not that I don't get the appeal of wanting to be that dumb. Just kidding.
No, I do too. Pluto has that effect, doesn't she?
Yeah, I feel dumb every time. Yeah, Pluto's actually also... Most of these, everybody just wants to be the next cool philosopher. Yeah, she really makes you want to believe with your whole heart. Even if you never really quite can.
And neither can she. All the way through. She just tries very hard.
Lunatera, why are you really here? Stop me from taking a worthless artifact? Fall into an obvious trap for another chance at stopping me once and for all? Or to rack up glory and take all the errant children home for the Memorial Foundation? To mess me up? Or to make out with me? Saturn feels herself growing in Lunaterra's eyes, suddenly, clearly seen.
Wasn't I just perfectly clear? What's this ship body for anyway? I'm here to communicate.
Ah, Lunaterra! You're really shallow and kinda dumb.
I'm honest.
Finally! You're lucky that's enough. Are you really ready for that, though? Am I? Wait, this was on Steam. We should be fine. Do I gotta cover some stuff up? I don't think you're ready.
Well, I think I'm ready.
You want me to check? Yeah, we'll give it an inch.
I'm not like you. I'm not like you girls. I'm not a cosmic glow of energy in the dark. Still, I'm metal. I'm sharp.
You really think I'm not like that too? But I'm already behind you. In a double lie, because the movement is to her left, but Saturn is coming from behind. LT's instincts are too good for her to not twitch fire to her left, even as she realizes it's just BS. But then, there's nothing. Feeling of being so close to being struck. She can't tell if she was or not. Are you really not like us girls? That line is your favorite? There are a lot of good. There's like a lot of good quips in this game. They're all too smart for their own good, honestly.
I'm nothing special, like I said.
But you dodged it.
It wasn't real. Nothing to dodge.
Obviously, that's the part that's hard.
I'm fighting for real. Just like you wanted.
You're the one who wants that. Fine, dodge this. Lunaterra's vision fills with pink, and electric toxin melts into her skin. Feels hallucinatory, weird, stubborn, aggressive, vulnerable. Just like Saturn. In the poison electric haze, Lunaterra feels a little like Saturn. Ah! Got ya! Oh, these sounds are cool. It was like an electric dolphin.
I like being wrong sometimes, you know? I like not being Memorial Foundation's perfect ace.
It doesn't seem to really suit you, if I'm being perfectly honest. Neither does playing by the rules.
If ship selves don't play by the rules, when you're fighting, it stops looking like fighting.
Oh yeah? What does it start looking like? Also, that's not where I am.
Liar.
Are you willing to bet on it?
Yeah.
Then go. Stakes. Stakes? Yes, it can be. Stakes of light. Are fine for flirting. That's not what this is. No! Awesome. The Mare Chrysostom spear, made for reconciling the earth and the moon, is meant to be used up close. No other mecha fights have made me blush as much as this game's do. Stakes! There's just light stakes flying from the air. Yeah, these are very sensual fights, that is for sure. Ah, my nose! I keep feeling like I'm getting better, and then like I wake up every day. And I blow my nose and it's just a giant lump of golden snot. It's the distance where skin touches skin. The obligation that humans have for other humans. Hard like gravity and warm like light. If no one has been worse at wielding that duty than Lunaterra, is all the more the one should be carrying that weight. that one only realizes after, when the lightness and heaviness starts to lift, that it had hit her too. Wow, I didn't think it was even possible to have a gravityless suited to you, let alone for you to be so good at using it.
I really hate being in charge, actually, and I'm bad at it too. But sometimes you're the only one left who can do it.
Even if you hate it and it's totally self-destructive?
Especially then.
Sometimes I think, why do we have to fight anymore? Let's just do this obscene thing, and the thing that fighting could be. And then you could say something like that. And I wanted to fight you so bad. Oh, and then you say something like that, and I want to fight you so bad.
You wouldn't get it.
You're hilarious. It makes me want to see you squirm. Like, in a nice way, though.
You can try. What?
It's just funny. I love it when you play cool. Because you're not.
Let's communicate aggressively.
Hey! Hey, Dornians! Hey! You wanna communicate aggressively? Hey, do you wanna communicate aggressively? Am I... Oh no, wait, that's right. I didn't move myself down here, so I think I'm not in the way too much. Oh no.
That's what humans do.
Sure, I've already given up on that worthless reactor. They're never gonna scold me enough to make me regret this. Did it just happen? No! Okay, we have to use our imaginations, Dornians. We have to use our imaginations. Every day we wake up. Oh. Enemies intercept. Do not read Saturn. I think we know what we have to read. I wonder, maybe we shouldn't have fought. Maybe we shouldn't have. Let's see. So this is from... Oh, this is from Mercury. Their bestie Mercury. I'm completely uninterested in communicating with Ibridus in any capacity that's not technically. I know my boundaries. Wait, so this is... Present enemies intercept. Okay, go up more. Why is it taking so long to... Here we go. But you were very nice to worry. I know you're not jealous because you do respect me. But don't make me worry. It's what I like about you. I know you're worried for me, not about me. I appreciate that, but I do want to clarify things so you stop asking me about it. Even though it's cute and I do appreciate it, really. I'm not just saying that. Please don't hear that in a passive-aggressive voice. But I've been meaning to ask for a while. Is it okay that I believe in this? It's important to me that you understand that it's nothing to do with him. So I worry that means that you don't understand what it means for me. I don't believe humanity needs to be punished. I am fine being human. But I think an important reminder is needed. Not alien in the sense of a foreign other that can bear all of our rage and hatred, but alien in the sense of casting our own features into relief. I think that we see... I think that what we see as a result shame us, but there are many things we need to see. Could shame us? Shame us? Shame us? You'll probably say you supported me and believe in me. Thank you. But you'll also say that it means something to you too. And that's really why I love you. Oh. Do not read Saturn, but then is it for... I guess it's... No, it's... Animate... No. Origin, but then Arthur. Wait, I'm just realizing I don't know actually what the difference between Origin and Arthur is. I guess it's like origin, like where it came from. Yeah, because evidence locker, archives, enemies intercept. Okay. I get it. This doesn't say who it's supposed to go to. Good morning, Retro. Welcome in. And none of these have a to. It's all, we have who it's from, where we got it from, and the subject. But we don't always have a outgoing recipient. Slacking at work again. It's time to drink more coffee. More coffee! Gotta keep upping the amount that your body needs, so then you're just hooked on it and you can never release. Never! That's the only way to be human. Let's see. Celestial mechanic, ship, self-design. Wait, the design is the author? Final specification. This is not what we talked about. Not by a mile. You know I don't actually have a moral compass that does not revolve around what's cool. So, coming from me, just know that it's my professional opinion that I'm not even sure that this is cool anymore. Creating a theoretical matter is not even hard under laboratory conditions. And in space, it's easy to sustain. But the creation of exotic matter, like electrotoxins, can get really not fun if you aren't careful. Since you hate fun, I already know that that's not what you're after. And you don't have to level with me or anything. That's fine. But I do want you to know that this thing is basically designed to degenerate as quickly as possible. The reactor tends towards aversion. And that will require a pilot I really would not want to be. A piloting style that no one should ever do. Oh. Like, our piloting style? Eventually, it's going to drag the pilot down. And that's going to be really weird and ugly unless they are immediately destroyed. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That's definitely not good. Clearly, you want that. I mean, you said so. But if that's going to have so much fun, let me try to convince you that you should set a self-destruct in there. Maybe something cool will happen when she averts, and this ship self keeps her anchored in space-time to mess everything up. If it's not, don't you want a backup option? If I show up before everyone else, they don't know when I get here. Who says I'm not already addicted to coffee? Well, if you're eepy, then that means you haven't drank more coffee. That means you've only drank the amount that your body's already used to. You need more dosages. I have to sneeze. even drank that yet. Then see, you're not an addict. Man, why'd I have to sneeze? Saturn, I would love it. Just love it. Yeah? If you messed everything up this time. Is this reverse psychology? Did I really reduce you to that? I'm a little impressed by your persistence at nagging me, but now I feel like I pushed you to your limit. Shut up. As always, I'm serious. Messing things up is literally the only thing in the world no one has ever needed to specifically tell me to do. And you keep yelling at me when I do. I've been looking into Ipridus's work on the aversion project. Oh. I do not want to have a stuffy nose anymore. Oh. How much do you know? More than you now. Of course, it was always suspicious that Ipridus decided to support us. He was very insistent in his interest in taking humanity to the next stage. Flanagan. He just wants to make everybody new types. As if that is why any of us wanted to connect with the so-called existential threat. People who already had everything on Earth couldn't possibly understand. They just want even more for themselves. I thought too. Ipridus's plan is very attractive to certain factions in Memorial Foundation. Certain factions in Memorial Foundation really liked the days when humanity was united against the existential threat. Yes! Alright, we're back. Except aliens aren't real. Okay, they're a dimensional shadow cast by the gravitational impression of human culture and space-time, but then makes them a few shades short of real and much less dangerous than their cousins on Earth, and even those are so weak, kids and radios can take them out. Anyway, Pluto wiped them out. That was the whole plan. Since humanity doesn't care about them anymore, they'd never expect that we would find a way to avert our tidal reactors and become the aliens ourselves. Oh no, math! The only alien is what is alien to us, and that's fundamentally humanity. We're alien to ourselves. F times X equals that which is human, that humans are not. And some would say math. It's fake math, but it's still, they make it look like math. It's a one function jump scare. Yeah. Ew! And Ipridus isn't going to give up everything he has for that. You think he's lying about wanting that? I think he's lying about himself wanting to. I think he's happy to let us complete the project and go home. Because he'll have exactly what he and the rest of humanity is longing for. A scapegoat. Someone to be an alien humanity could guiltlessly fight against. Yes. I am fine with abandoning Earth. It hasn't given me anything. But not on his terms? No, not ever. Don't worry, Mercury. I've got a plan. No matter what, it won't go his way. yeah. We won't let Iridus get his way. It seems like it's a good thing that we aren't siding with celestial mechanics. I feel like no matter what, every way we pick that we don't side with is gonna be like, well, maybe, I guess it's better we didn't side with it. This seems like the kind of game to where it's like, actually, all sides suck. Everybody's the a-hole. Reminds me of the best definition I ever heard of the word normal from All Places One of the Star Trek. I don't know, that seems like a place where you would hear it. Like, that series likes to be very introspective. Like to think about what it means to be human, what it means to be alive, what it means to have culture, what it means to communicate with others. Dun, 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 dun. Normal is whatever everyone else is that you are not. I'm special. I'm special. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so we're going to the Langran colony. The whole colony? So refreshing to see you surprised for once, Saturn. I'm soaking it in. Mercury. But seriously? He wants me to stop Cradle Grace's. Stop Cradle's Grace from taking the entire colony out of the Lagran point. Blah. Blah. Why would they do that? Why would we care enough to stop them from trying? The colony should just rot. It's over. There's nothing left there. Cradle's Grace wants those memories to live again. We need to discard Earth completely. Start something new. It's an anchor pulling us home. The success of opening the gravity well on the moon will depend completely on how much is holding us down. Even weak gravity like that. That's more than just stopping her then. You want me to destroy the colony? That's the mission, yes. Not that I'm the greatest, but isn't that basically impossible for me? Not that I'm not the greatest. Okay, there we go. It's huge! There are smaller moons! Do your best then. The less memories, the better. I thought you didn't have a problem. But the colony should just rot. Ha! That's a funny joke. We both went through the same stuff. Don't ask me that. Every happy memory is made retroactively disgusting by the sort of person Impetus turned out to be. I hate him so much. I'll never get over how much. Saturn. Yes, Mercury? Why are you still pretending to be a celestial mechanic? Celestial mechanics? Why are you doing this is the real question, Mercury. You know him like I do, so why are you still there? We're still here? There. Good, we're not really siding with him anymore. I apparently have enough power to destroy the colony, and I can ditch him whenever I want. These celestial mechanics. Hey, Ganymede. I'll protect you. I'll make sure there's a good future in the end. You absolutely will not be fine if I leave. Of course, I don't trust him at all, but he wants what I want. It's what you want, too. I can't trust him on anything else, but I can trust him on that. But wait, didn't you just tell us to form the mission? Does the dialogue not change depending on what we hear before? Even if he's just doing this for his own gain. With some other agenda in mind, he's truly going to give us this. Disgusting. What I fell for, so stop reminding me. Wait, was that? Oh, why is it like this? Oh, that was Mercury. I wonder if that's a mistake. That's why I trust you too, of course. Even though I shouldn't. I know you won't accept anything less than what you want. You can get even half of that. It'll be more than enough for me. Oh! Battle in physical space for the future. Battle in narrative space for each other. But I'm not here for Pluto. Not here for Pluto. Hola, hello, Pete! Good morning! We haven't really sided with Beetle's Grace yet. But comfy morning? Is it comfy? You have a very comfy morning ahead of you? I had a pretty comfy morning. It was raining this morning. I didn't have breakfast until like 1 p.m. But like I was out of bed doing stuff before then, but I was just like very much in I'm gonna work mode that I didn't have breakfast until after I like shipped off my PS2 Slim. Use your heart to decide. Yeah, I think I'll go with battle in physical space for the future. Just because, you know, I don't wanna cheat on our bestie. I'll have it not very hard. It was like super light when I was inside. Not super light. It was like it was comfy. It was a comfy rain. When I went out, it was like very light rain. Like the kind to where it's like, oh, I'm glad I have an umbrella. But not like I hate the rain. I hate being out in the rain even with an umbrella kind of rain. It was very light when I had to be outside, and then once I was inside, it was like comfy enough falling. Like it was, I wouldn't have wanted to be out in it, but it was still good. For the future Dordians. We're throwing Pluto to the side. I'm sorry. Hello, player of visual novels at 5 a.m. That's me. That's me. Good morning, Hi Gunner. Good morning. It's so weird that everybody's green now. I'm still not used to it. I mean, we only have one stream a week here. I'm not used to it yet. Like, I don't know why white was any different. Like, when you guys were all white, you were all also one color. Pluto hesitates because she's not ready for this kind of fight. And Saturn is. The quality shines like a star until you're right on it. Then it looms impossibly large, translucent sphere. A drop of water suspended in space. Listening beneath the drop of water, past the clouds that form in its crumbling artificial atmosphere. The strange haze seeps from beneath the crumbling streets, possible to make out the fading light of the colony's collapsing system. A massive jewel, a clean slice taken out of the earth, and floated in space until its gravity formed it into the tiniest planet. Even a tiny world is still a world. Who can touch this? Move it even by an inch. Much less move the earth by an inch. Oh god, I gotta blow my nose again. Pluto drifts slowly in orbit around the colony, waiting. Hello? Pluto? Pluto, I know you don't like to fight like this. Even you don't know what to do sometimes, huh? I'm kind of stumped too. If I'm being honest, but sorry. Destroying it sounds way easier than whatever they're trying to make you do. A string of pearls skates along the outer edges of the colony's ice and atmosphere. She's having fun. She's playing. For just a moment, Pluto wonders what she's doing here. Oh no, Saturn. I'm happy to see you, but I was hoping that I might be able to convince you to help me take it away. Oh yeah? What made you think that? For the same reason you thought you could convince me. Because you like me? Or because you don't care for your side that much either? I care about all of us here in space. That's amazing. You actually honestly do. But that's not what I'm asked, huh? Or what I asked, huh? There's a lot of ways to care about everyone up in space. Dragging a colony out of LuKremBo yourself is one way to do it. There's another way to care about everyone up in space. You can show it by destroying this place too. You're saying that would free us from the past. But it won't make those memories go away. We're making something out of them, so that time and pain won't be wasted. This is important to me, and I'll fight for real over it. Don't look at me like that. It'll make me sad. You really don't need to be the one to tell me, because I already know I'm doing something super dumb. I wonder, what do you want? And why do you think you can get it from me? It's just going to be a fight. Is that what you're after? A string of pearls presses its heels into the ice of the colony's atmosphere. Yes, even more so now. Didn't they teach you about sunken... Isn't it sunken cost fallacy? Is it just sunk cost fallacy? I've always called it sunken cost fallacy. Am I right or is the game right? In the academy? Memories should just be memories. That's why you kind of make me mad sometimes. I've been having this feeling. You're going to do something way dumber and scarier than just fight me. There's the question, is it sunk cost fallacy or is it sunken cost fallacy? Game is right! Oh my god, I've been saying it wrong this whole time. I've been saying it wrong the whole time! Hello, Rez! Welcome in. Good morning. Of course, fallacy. I can't believe it. Blech. Am I right? Because after I already said that there wasn't anything you could do, after you were shaking and afraid, just being close enough to see me, it looks like I can trust you to come right back no matter how much I try to warn you. Oh, good game. I have to actually do some work now. I've heard sunken ship before. See, I haven't heard that. There's probably some video game once that wrote it as sunken cost fallacy, and I just grasped onto that. I believed that everything else I read was actually sunken cost, but it probably wasn't. It probably wasn't. Didn't trust you to come back twice as much. You're wasted on protecting this pointless ball of scrap. Whoever is ordering you around has no idea what they're doing. You're so right. But I'm still not going to let you through. You're wasted on Cradle's grace in general. And the rest of humanity, too. Don't try to push my buttons like that. I won't think it's cute. It's a lot of work to be a human. I'm not trying to be cute. I mean it. It's more for some humans than others. You're not mad at the humans who got to be humans for free. It's a privilege to be human. Have you forgotten why we're here? Because humans who wanted to be more human took the least human of us up here. See how much more human they could be. And now they want to throw you away after they learned everything they could from you. Don't you resent humanity? I do. I think you just hate everyone. Like you start off base hating everyone. That's the feeling I get. They gotta earn your likeness instead of evolving into hatred. What do you do when someone says you can't have something? Do you think you should work twice as hard until you earn it? I don't. I want to smash it until no one else can have it.
You know, you're just like Lunatera.
That's our girlfriend. Ugh. Please don't say that. You're merciless.
In a good way.
Not even then. Don't get me wrong. It just depresses me to see you wasted on all of them. You should be having fun.
You know, I wish I could come here just for that.
Just for fun. Good. Have fun with me. I know you want to show me mercy. Lab rat to lab rat. Mutant brioche to mutant brioche. Brioche. Brioches. He's a sassy brioche. That's not what we needed, though. That's not what we need, though, is it? I want to see the you that's having nothing but fun. I'm still getting used to this body, but I think I could still surprise you with it. And you like that, right? Cut loose, with no gravity to tie you down.
I think about that every day. It's so tempting. You've got to be ginger with the universe, you know, Saturn.
Why not? No. What does it mean to be ginger? Experienced Norns, knowledgeable Norns. What does it mean to be ginger?
Now that you're this strong, you've got to be careful. So much can go wrong.
I'll make sure to be careful with the universe you love. You don't have to hold back with me, though. Aren't I the only person you can go tide to tide with, holding back nothing?
That's a big promise.
I don't want to come off as full of myself, but I don't want you to underestimate me either. Plastic girl to plastic girl, I wouldn't patronize you like that.
It's tempting. But I wonder if you're really ready.
She's like really experienced. Ginger as in gentle. Let's see. Where was it? Let's see, it was around here. Yeah. Definitely after that. Aha! Got to be a ginger with the universe. Okay. I see it.
You wouldn't mind getting your ship self broken and dragged back for the Cradle's Grace Dream Lab to do who knows what to.
What? Is that supposed to sound bad?
You really are. Oh, fine. I'm going to start easy, okay? They flirted enough, so neither is in the mood to lie. No holding back. The lie. Others about how strong you are. And no mercy. A lie to yourself about how strong someone else is. When Pluto opens her arms wide enough for gravity to condense, pull and tear through space, he's trusting Saturn to handle the pressure. He has faith Saturn will outdo her.
Oh yeah!
Gingerly. Gingerly, I see, but first I'm just to be ginger.
Let me be ginger with me, like,
oh? Yeah, that's... Saturn meets Pluto's expectations. Just a bit of convulsing and shuddering. Then, he exceeds them by darting like a bullet. A little hot arrow of danger, and just as dangerous to the touch. Prune Makula is a big target, but Saturn isn't going to be lazy this time. This is the time to be precise, to throw everything in on the vector she's flying along. Not let Pluto's tidal force budge her a millimeter. Which is good, because even then, you can only barely graze Pluto. Things are getting mecha spicy. Mecha spicy even.
well,
Pluto's faster than you could ever imagine. The universe moves away, bending to not hit her. With tides that say, oh, coming into orbit is fine, but no touching. That you have to work for.
oh, cute.
That Saturn dared anyway is very bold of her. The burn on crude maculas, where Saturn's light passed over Pluto, stings only a little, but it was close. So Pluto takes her seriously and grabs the string of pearl by the tail, flinging her into the colony's surface. It dives after her. Saturn is basking in the bounty of attention. It requires all of Pluto's gravitational forces to keep her contained. The string of pearls makes her feel like goo, like a cartoon, like a liquid. And with it, she's as slippery and untouchable too. Okay. I was like, am I reading that correctly? Yeah, this is how you get away with sensual stuff on YouTube. You just really write it. You just have to phrase it correctly, and then you can get away with anything. Like, can you imagine an ASMR? If someone who does ASMR just read this whole novel, or just only read the fight sequences. Oh my god, that'd be actually crazy. ASMR of all Heaven Will Be Mine fight sequences. Others would be shattered under the pressure, which string of pearls bulges and squishes. Stop! Pluto pulls and pushes, trying to force her into space that will sit still long enough he can deal with it. Saturn squeals in excitement until she can stop giggling long enough to push Pluto off the electric burn. Pluto can't help but laugh too. It's funny how much nothing is working, even though she's trying as hard as she can. That makes her want to work as hard as she can. Lab-grown girls know.
just lab-grown girl things that cultured girls know. Carefully indoctrinated, carefully raised, special gifted girls, they all know. Heroes want to hold us, but we don't need them at all. Rather than bandages and kindness, a string of pressing wounds together. The sting of pressing wounds together in the medicine we need. Is the medicine we need. Man, I cannot read this. Rather than bandages and kindness, the sting of pressing wounds together is the medicine we need. No boy who wants to heal your wound is worth the one who will tell you your wound is there. Boy who wants to heal your wound is worth the one. Okay, so just healers are better than blabbers. but I can't believe it!
Me neither.
I really thought I'd actually be the one beating you.
You didn't lie, though. You really could endure it all. All of it.
The quality is much worse for wear. Saturn shattered against it many times. Pluto broke across it at least a few times, too. It's shaking in the long ground point.
You won, even though you lost. I had a lot of fun. I wouldn't have been able to have it with anyone else. I'm glad I trusted you to not lose.
Haha! Told you!
Good girl. I should never have doubted one of us.
Thank you, thank you!
We did our best, and the most fun we could have.
When we get to the moon, don't forget. You can keep having fun just like this. If you let me show you the way, I can show you the world. Oh gosh. January 30th, 1981. And the day is almost here. The deadline to save everyone who came up to space with us, fought with us, tried to bring everyone up with us. If we shut down the lunar gravity well, there won't be any choice left. The power that keeps our ship selves in check will fall apart, and we won't have anywhere else to go but home. If we kill the dream, no one will die. You really, really hope that's true. No one wants to die in space. No one should die, period. No one has to die because ship selves combat is shimmering missiles of light, cosmic explosions, electricity that sears through the soul. Blade science is impossible for a human to produce. Blade science is impossible for a human to produce. The edges of combat without end. A fight against ideas with toys. Humans would never show that sort of compassion to each other. Earth's answer is a single atomic particle fired at near light speed directly into the cockpit core. A true weapon from a military force. The quickest, most efficient, instantaneous, unavoidable way to kill a human. The most boring possible way to pointlessly die. No drama, no meaning, just nothing. Luna Terra! We know her. We know her. In the end, they might get everything they want in the way that no one wants. We open up the lunar gravity well, and we can establish forever another Earth. And maybe another. We can inhabit the whole system, but that will cut humanity into two and more. The distance will be so much further. Everything we have will be even further from them. How much are we going to lose? How much will we never be able to give them? The moon is very close to being part of Earth. It's full of life, and humans can live here now. It feels impossible, and I don't want to give it up. The moon is very close to being part of Earth. It's full of life, and humans can live here now. It feels impossible, and I don't want to give it up. The moon is very close to being part of Earth. It's full of life, and humans can live here now. It feels impossible, and I don't want to give it up.
We should break it off forever, shouldn't we? All I want is to stitch these two humanities together. But if one of us dies as a result, I will fight forever to keep that precious thing alive. Pluto, princess of Cradle's Cross. Princess. Oh, this is from us. They don't name it, because giving it, because naming it gives it power, but not naming it gives it more. It must be in every corner, behind every door, far, far away, in the spaces between stars. It is defined and categorized in every human culture, and it is deliberately omitted from explicit naming conventions by Memorial Foundation in favor of a euphemism less captivating to the imagination, such as existential threat, rather than a specific word that would stimulate the imagination. But a trick like this will not work. And the euphemism is a hollow void that can hold all fear and all possibilities. Through gravity, humans decide what is real and what is not. But what is not does not stop existing. And it, like humans, can decide. It's the kiss of inverse. Everything that humans can imagine, but can't become. Shortcut to attaining it is to forsake everything that humans already are. If a bunch of idiots get tricked into going there, it would make a very convenient enemy for Earth. That's the real fear. Before that happens, I will tell you a little secret. Ready? Saturn! Celestial Mechanic Test Pilot. Secret? Day 7. Reboot. New OS. Celestial Mechanic Fleet collecting in orbit of Earth's moon. Request for assistance received. Ignore. Await manual input of mission parameters. Assist Cradle Graces and Celestial Mechanic with opening of gravity well and changing gravitational constants to make conflict with Earth possible. Mission created. Get in as much trouble as possible with Memorial Foundation Ace. Mission Wait a second! Calculating gravitational slingshot data from server hack. Ready for launch? Yes. Accepted. Normalizing gravitational slingshot effect. Prepare for immediate launch to Earth's moon. 50-50! Owie. Oh. Why children? They aren't children anymore. But when they were pilots, they were for all obvious reasons. But when they were pilots, they were for all the obvious reasons that children are more suited to be pilots than adults. Hey, those graces. And so nobody's going to. Everybody sucks. All the main factions suck for one reason or another. Let's see. Since the deadline of the space program, there have been fewer and fewer waves of new recruits, and the current pilot generations have no successors. Adults are serving as pilots because there is no longer any children in space, and adults should not have to serve as pilots. Whew. It would be cruel to send adults should not serve. It would be cruel to send children to fight a war so that adults don't have to, especially as adults have far more powerful tidal forces than children. In their physical and metaphorical manifestation, tides are the measurement of the authority that culture has over the universe.
the light of the soul that turns all impossible things into dominion. All factions suck? I wonder why this VN has any influence. If this VN has any influence from good. Nah. Mecha VN Gundam? No way. The gravitational forces of children are weak enough to perceive and engage the existential threat without obliterating it instantly. And as a cancer that exerts a subtle influence in the back of our unknowing minds, they are suited to protect us from it. Wait. We are using children pilots, because they don't kill the enemy. Because we need that threat burning we need that back burner to keep us on our toes. For this reason, Memorial Foundation has pushed against traditional cultural institutions for engaging existential threats. With this more human practice, due to the resiliency of children and detrimental long-term effects contact with existential threats has on adults in the vast majority of cases. In some exceptional circumstances, containment lingers in children. Their gravitational forces never achieve sufficient power to extinguish the existential threat without resistance. Without the tidal force to challenge other adults, they remain in limbo, unsuited to anything else. The remaining small percentage of the original pilot program that continues to reside in space is made of such cases. Wow. Oh, we got classified documents again. Heck yeah. As a new Everson proposal. Thank you. I'm no different from my former colleagues. I think we all want the same thing, ultimately, every one of us. I'd implore you to be forgiving of them, though not of their methods. Many of us are thankful for the ending of the Cold War. Paranoia and suspicion that accompanied the strength of the existential threat in this world, as it fed on the trauma and malaise and discontent of the world after the war. But I think some of us must have some reservations about the future, and abandoning existential threat to address the threat of our home. It will inevitably result in us turning to conflict between humans once more, and in turn, existential threat will thrive. I think because my mouse was over this, for some reason I thought it said cooking. It's like, we are cooking? They're cooking? We are looking for the smoothest, most uncontested future. I won't lie. This will not ensure happiness for everyone. In fact, it may be difficult to understand how much it will ensure the opposite for what we will ensure for very few. That doesn't seem like a good way to go. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. But what I'm proposing will ensure the maximum happiness for the maximum number of people. What else can we do? I don't know, other things. Do you think about Neath still? That's out of nowhere. I think about them every day, obviously. They're the reason celestial mechanics exists. First, to understand what happened to them. And then, because we couldn't stop thinking about it. About how to make what happened to them happen to us. Wait, what? Another reason celestial mechanics is first to understand what happened to them, and then is because she's thinking about them every day. She thinks about them every day first to understand what happened to them, and then because we couldn't stop thinking about it. Is we Mercury? I'm gonna assume we is Mercury. And because we couldn't stop thinking about it, about how to make what happened to them happen to us. We still don't know what it was exactly. They had us all get together to reach through space and time and contact the existential threat wherever it came from. Make sure that it truly had been defeated for good. I think they were hoping it... They were really hoping it wasn't. We felt the same, especially us who never got to fight yet. We reached together as far as we could. And Neith reached farther than anyone. I didn't think it would have been them or anyone else. I didn't know them. Is it that they reached too far? Or what? Or something reached to them? Oh. Dun dun dun! What's the difference? In the end, they got it. Got what? Oh, whatever it was. I didn't even know. Are you having second thoughts? Maybe. Or they were the only one. I always wondered why that was. Were they special? In a good way or a bad way? Were they chosen? What would be the criteria? You know, it's none of that though. Just a lonely, unchosen child without so little presence in the world, they fell into another. I should read Ender's Game and Speaker for the Dead again. Ender's Game, I have heard of. Speaker for the Dead, I have not heard of. That's how it is. The only trick is how to do it on purpose. And that's just it. Are we too attached? I want to be something new and share it with everyone. Am I too heavy for the apple? Ooh. There's a thin line between falling into inverse because you have hope and because you don't have any left. We should be glad it's not so easy for you. Easy, you know? Apple? Ah! I feel like the more we go into this VN, the less I'm understanding. So we started talking about Neith. Neith seems to be another special child that lost it after existential crisis reached out to them. Which them? Then having second thoughts about reaching out because they were told to. Thinking about why Neith was the chosen one. Lonely child. That was the only trick, is how to do it on purpose. Be lonely on purpose? Are we too attached? I'm guessing that's to other people? I want to be something new and share it with everyone. Am I too heavy for that line I don't understand at all. Does anybody understand that line? What does it mean? Am I too heavy for the apple? Did they have a ship? No, if it was a ship name, it would be capitalized. Apple a euphemism? Yeah, either like Neith's like fully physically passed over into the alien world, or it's like a mental thing. Maybe Newton's apple? Oh. So like not falling because they're not heavy. Or wait, I'm too heavy for the apple. Apple's the one falling. He's the apple. Too heavy to be the apple. It's all an extended gravity space-time metaphor, right? I'm not sure. I think reading this stuff out loud makes it so that I do not take any of it in, which is why I have to keep going back and reading it. Da, 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 da. The thin line between falling into inverse because you have hope. Like, it does... It's, for this one in particular, it doesn't feel like they're talking to each other. It sounds like it's reading to me like they're just saying things. Without... Like, I guess this does sort of, but at the same time it doesn't. It doesn't feel like a conversation. I just want to be something new and share it with everyone. Okay. Every connection point so that the apple can't fall? Thin line between inverse because you have hope, because you don't have any left. Be glad it's not so easy to fall over into the enemy, or not the enemy, but the existential. What is it? Existential nantoka. The scroll on this is so slow. Existential threat. There we go. Da. I'll tell you how I'm interpreting it. I don't know if it's correct. Yeah, no, when I'm reading stuff out loud, I can't interpret it all. I basically have to read it all at face value. I'm learning. I am learning this. It does promise to let the children of space sort themselves out for now, but their machines of war guard the way back home just in case. When Saturn and Lunaterra meet in a chance encounter, the true terror of humanity stares them down. Oh. No, wait, we can't select this one. I'm like, can we not select this? But no, we can. Celestial Mechanic and Kratos Grace have one thing in common, and that's escaping Earth's gravity. To do that, they need Saturn and Pluto to work together. Corrupt the lunar gravity well. It's an opportunity for one to get the upper hand over the other. They're not thinking about it politically. Dun dun dun! There's so many dun 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 moments. Their universe is touched! Oh, that's real romance. Oh, so wait, we haven't saved in a while. Let me save. Overwrite. Plastic versus metal. Punch. Spinning up tidal reactor. Frequency double check. First turn. 100%. Frequency double check. Second turn. Stop and spin them again. From 0 again? Where were they at? 99.99999%. But it doesn't matter. They should be at 100, so we're spinning them again. Mercury, if I go out and die, it's not going to be because we didn't quadruple check every reactor pulse. Saturn, this time please, could you listen for once? No matter how useless, I know that telling you this is. I know I say this over and over. Can you listen seriously? Tell me you're going to not be risky this time. It's not a game anymore. This mission is different. It's not ship self to ship self. Those ships are real. And the Earth... real weapons from Earth. Designed for threats that are real, not existential. Apple falling on Newton's head was a connection, gravity, and bring things together. But then he said he was too heavy for the apple. So what does being heavy in the sense of Newton's apple mean? Because that would, he would still fall. Does he just kill Newton? I don't understand what the metaphor means. You were heavy enough, like a black hole, you would bend space-time under your weight, and the apple would fall towards you and never be able to reach you. Okay, so he was taking the place of Newton in that. That's what that's what we're guessing. No, but he was saying that he had connections, and that's why they... He was saying that he was too heavy, and then he had connections. And that's why he wasn't the chosen one. That got spirited away to alien world. Because he was too heavy. They are perfectly capable of killing. They are designed for no other purpose. It's not going to even be an issue. No, because your orders are to strictly observe and not get remotely close enough to engage. They won't leave stationary orbit around the near side of the moon. They're Earth's insurance plan, and we can ignore them as soon as we make sure that's all they're doing. Don't joke about dying. That can happen. It won't if everything is perfect and you do exactly what you're doing, what you're supposed to do. Finally matters this time, and you, Mercury, please. I'm actually really sorry, Mercury. I didn't mean to make you worry. I mean, I didn't mean to make you really worry for real. I promise I'm not trying to die, okay? I promise, okay? Making more poor choices about who to kiss and what to do isn't the same thing. I listen to you when it's for real, okay? I wouldn't cross that line. You're my friend. No one else. No one else is worth you. You're the most important. We've been through too much. Aww. I wouldn't ever go back. Throw everything we've got away. You know that, right? Sorry I'm acting like I forget. Mercury. Hey, say something. You idiot, give me a minute. Damn it, I was going to act like I tricked you. I was going to feel smug, making you think everything was serious and I was going to lord it over you. But now I'm crying. A-hole! Ha ha! Sorry about me. But I love you too, don't worry. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, after that, wait! Wait, but he doesn't want us to risk dying. No. Screw Celestial Mechanic. We won't risk dying. We won't risk dying. Oh, that's very red. This doesn't scream winter to me. It's winter on the near side of the moon, which means we'll be half a month before this hemisphere sees day again. Frosted forest will see spring in a week. Summer the week after, and fall a week after that. A year of seasons is a month-long day. Even terraformed, humans live like that? On the near side, though, at least the Earth will always be in the sky, eternally huge, shining authority and kindness, unlike its agent, who hangs in the corner of the sky like a migraine aura. Yeah, that says migraine. There's not an aura I want, really. Winter in the sense of dying? Yeah. Winter in the sense that it's so dry that you get a bloody nose all the time. There's nothing extraneous about its shape. It is here to do just two things. Look and kill. Saturn flew a millimeter too high. The autonomous military unit looked, then killed. But just too slow, and Lunatera pushed her away and dragged them both deep into the winter forest. The unit looks twice as hard, but encouraged to not miss twice.
Shh! Don't make a sound. You're being too noisy.
I get that a lot. But this time, I'm not making any noise. Don't tell me to be quiet. You're the one flirting all over the place.
I'm listening for gravity. Vibrations are not the kind of noise that they care about. So keep moving and don't make noise in your heart. Don't make a sound in all possible sense. Don't make a sound physically, emotionally, or spiritually. Calm down. I don't like it if you're not calm.
First of all, that makes no sense. And secondly, I refuse.
Oh. I don't think you should die. So think of something else to do instead, because they can kill you. Unlike me or any ship self. So think about as little as you can, okay? And keep your tidal reactor output to a minimum. It helps to make yourself like an object. You will be a thing that other... You will be a thing that other things happen to, rather than an agent. That's what it's looking for. Agency. We can make it. We can make it cease immediately.
You know? I'm absolutely super good at that. I have a lot of experience with that. So I'm absolutely not going to.
Well, me too. That's why I suggested it. But you're right. I should have suggested it like that. How about this instead? Start by thinking about Earth.
The autonomous device becomes visible instantly. Which means the outside of the body tilted away. Wait, the side of the body tilted away from the sun in orbit? Oh, like where we are on the moon? Then why is it red? Also, this thing's creepy. So let's imagine this is the red is just a sun. It doesn't look like a ship self. There's no resemblance to a human shape, because there's no intention or design to accommodate humans. Because it's an AI! That's the opposite of what it does. It has nothing to express, only a function to perform. What did I do?
Probably thought too hard about Earth, but shh, all the same.
It's so creepy. That's supposed to represent Earth? It doesn't even look like humans made it.
Really? I think it's rather appropriate. It doesn't look human at all. They can detect an artificial gravity reactor, but they don't really know what to do unless they can lock a target and kill it. So if it can't verify what it is, it won't do anything.
It's wiggling! It's wiggling. It feels so heavy. It feels so heavy suddenly. What is this?
I'm telling you, that's the Earth. Real gravity. It's very, very heavy. You can feel its authority. That's the gulf between us and a planet.
Know that. I guess it feels really different to feel it in person. You're saying a way to avoid it?
Do you remember being a normal kid? Even for a little bit? Or do you remember the last time you acted convincingly like one?
Obviously, I was a really good kid, you know?
It's checking your gravity against the script. And it thinks... Sorry, it doesn't think. It just checks the variances. The variance.
Aren't I pretty... excessively varied by now?
Just wait there a second. It's hard to teach on the spot.
It's not that I don't know the idea. Why are you so good at it?
Sounds like you kind of hate that I am.
Gravity? Oh my god, gravity check. I probably wouldn't... I promised I wouldn't die. I'm mad that I have to do this. Oh. Lunatera crawls slowly through the frostbitten green crater, where Saturn is curled among cold desert juniper. The dark, barren, perceptible dot dot monitors them, the pale earthlight. So precisely waiting. This is pale earthlight? Easier to hide if their ship cells are turned off. Or as close to that as ship cells can be. They climb outside to the cold lunar winter to wait.
I'm here. Are you doing okay?
Oh, obviously, I'm scared.
Me too. Don't forget what I said. Hate doing that too. You warm laying there?
You're not warm at all. But at least your boba are soft. The autonomous unit doesn't like flirting, huh? Hello, Shadow Race. Welcome in. Good morning, good morning.
You should think instead about how you're keeping a secret. Keeping it really close, waiting for the perfect moment. And no one else can know.
Okay, I can do that. That's not as bad.
Is it that big a difference?
There is infinite difference between someday and never. I've extremely forgotten how to be patient, but I know the difference.
You're right. It really is important to never forget.
It's still not going away.
Yeah, it's a lot more patient than us, huh?
Looking at you. Aren't you on their side?
It's because we want Earth back doesn't mean Earth wants us back.
The Memorial Foundation really is that stupid.
Maybe. In their eyes, we're just as bad as you.
So why go back? Because F them!
They don't want anything to do with us. Memorial Foundation thinks it's optimal for humanity to return, but I think many humans think it would be just fine if we died. That just makes me want to come back to Earth even more.
Aha! Spite, I can understand.
I can be petty too. I want back. Even if only for spite. We will bring them back. A little taste of what it is like to be us. They're afraid that we might bring something back with us. Should be. And they should be. Much more than they already are. That's what I want.
Knowing that you're just as petulant and petty as me, and this week too, makes me reconsider you. In a good way. It's wonderful. Maybe makes me want to fall in love.
Oh, huh.
I said maybe. And don't get full of yourself.
Sorry.
There's no way we're getting any more than half of what we want at best. You're only hoping for half of what you want. So I wonder if you'll even get that if you get it.
I don't expect things to go my way, but you know. I hope you're coming along wherever it is.
Sure, then you know LT. Whichever way we go, we're going together. In this cosmic glow, we're going wherever we're going together. I love you. Get used to me now.
Made me go upside down on purpose again.
You're so good at evasion, but scoring a direct hit is so easy.
You win. Probably nice to see the end of every world, but this one alongside you.
L-O-V-E!
See? The machine's already bored. Or not bored, but uncomprehending. And then it lost interest. But it'll stay here with you until it leaves for good. Because flight or fight, petty brioche to petty brioche, lab rat to underclassmate brat.
What, really? Do you maybe love me too? 75! Oh, more white children. By the end, so this is, wait. So this is from more leaked training documents. And the author is Royal Foundation Native Spear Archive. The archives can write? Owie. That's some pretty impressive archives. By the end of the space program, with recruitment having stopped almost a decade before the official decommissioning of the space program, all the pilots had become adults, yet recruited as children, and spent the fiercest years... spent the fiercest years of fighting against the existential threat as children. Much like criticisms levied at the scout programs on Earth, it was a motion that Memorial Foundation considered heavily, deciding how to recruit their pilots. John Archive, I'd believe it. Children have no special piloting qualities, with much weaker tidal authority than adults, who, of course, have... have tidal authority to engage with other adults. I thought I'd skipped a line. Adults would be stronger, more powerfully able to use ship selves. Much more so, the beloved and chosen adults, rather than the discarded and flawed children that were chosen. On Earth, adults... What? Is adults? Capitalized? No, okay, this is just a mistake. On Earth, adults with much stronger tidal force than children will destroy the existential threat before even comprehending it. Because of this, those threats are able to hide in the world and prey on those who are more weak, such as children, or those who are unchosen even as adults. Those who are strong enough to struggle with other humans, and those who are weaker protect the rest from the trivial threats outside humanity. Sustained contact with the existential threat often exacerbates this effect, and there is a cold, twofold reason for delegating who will and who will not confront existential threat. Children and the unchosen bear the burden, so adults will not be worn away. Yeah, just doubling down. I don't think this is a good society. They're like, yeah, we definitely need the children fighting because, well, the adults, that'll just make them tired. Everything is ready for you. I wish you would let me help you more. Be fine back home. Without a ship. I envy you a little bit. Piloting is for girls and jocks. It's not my thing. Yeah, you're a bridge bunny. I guess piloting's just not for bridge bunnies. I wish I was coming with you. Something. Sometimes. A very, very tiny bit. Mercury. We are very different. But I love you. We're part of the same thing. We wanted the same things. I'll walk alongside you until we get them. Really? You're not leaving? Possibly forever? Good morning, Vaso. Welcome in. They're dropping like crazy intense lines on us at all moments of the game. If I'm leaving, you're coming with me. If I stay, I'll bring you home. You know you can't rely on me for anything, but you can count on me for this. I promise. Promise. Whoa. We got correct capitalization and punctuation? Oh, she's for real. Yeah, like... This is real. This is real. Oh my gosh, when your friend that never types with correct capitalization or punctuation really goes all out, that's how you know. That's how you know. So you know it's real. Even the apostrophe? Dang, she's like serious. What else can I do to pay you back? Nothing. I count on you for a lot, Saturn. Same way you count on me. That's crazy. That's crazy. We're getting them all. So far, yeah, we basically have been siding with Mercury and Lunar Terra. I don't know how it's gonna work though. I'm curious to see, like, there's multiple endings. I'm curious to see how our ending goes, especially if it does end up again as 50-50. If we side with two, how does the world end up? There's potentially a lot of ending. That's the new equipment fitting. That's not that much weirder than how it was before. This mission really is a weird one, Mercury. This was always the plan, you know that. Lunar gravity well is the anchor that all tidal reactors resonate with. It's how ship selves maintain their form, how colonies on other planets and orbital bases and ships maintain how colonies on other planets and orbital bases and ships maintain environments humans can't survive in. Wait. And? Did you already finish the game? No, we're still playing. If we'd finished, then we would be done. Gravity in both the literal and figurative sense is required for us to live in space. Without it, we dissolve into the universe, becoming everything that humans aren't. Okay. There is a lot of that in the universe, if you've noticed. If we want to turn into something interesting and specific, we have to make sure that we're controlling the aversion process. Have we already got an ending? No. I know there's multiple endings, but I don't think we're going to get them all. We might just go for one. But is it going to work? Probably not. I wouldn't trust Ibrahim to do this right. There's nothing in it for him, so why would he care? When he lived on Earth, he had everything he wanted. He isn't like anyone else who came to space. He's just flirting with the idea of transcending human limits for boring reasons, and only his. I hate that I can't scroll up to see the thing, and then I have to scroll down to see the most recent message. Wait, no, this one. Just flirting with the idea of transcending human limits for boring reasons. And only for his boring reasons. There are no places left on Earth to conquer, so he wants to be the first to own the future. This actually works. I don't want to share it with him. Oh, you don't have to worry about that. I told you I was playing this how I wanted, right? I'm not letting him have this. Saturn tempts Pluto to fall with her? Yeah. Come to our side. Come to our side, Pluto! I'm hoping that even though it's on, like, favoring celestial mechanics, it's favoring with Mercury and not Impetus. Hoping. Praying. Wishing and hoping. On the lunar South Pole, the moon's first city glitters mundanely. So ordinary, it's hard to believe it's not just another site on Earth. The Lagrange colony was destroyed. Air's colony was stillborn. But Earth's satellite is almost as much Earth as Earth is. We will have the authority to name Earth's satellite the moon. Part of our body is native sphere, and not foreign, unknown Luna. Even if the space program is ended, the moon will remain part of Earth, as it once was, before a cosmic event tore it from Earth. Reclaiming the moon as a historically and existentially important event for all of us. Except for this impossible tower on an impossible mountain in a point of eternal light, which is not so earthy yet. Gravity well is suspended directly above the tower's point, resonating with Earth, to keep every wayward human in space grounded. The moon has been taught almost all of Earth's gravity. But not quite. There's still some possibility left. You're quiet? Are you up to something? What makes you say that? Matilda. But also everything else. Hey, I'm being very sneaky here. The string of pearl and Kruin Makula circle around the small glimmering void of gravity well for all the good it might do. Celestial mechanic and Cradle's grace. Capital ships are standing by, just not too close. Who knows what could happen? The moon has been taught. Wouldn't it be a different sentence? Can we teach the moon? Can we teach the moon? Initially, I like listened to myself say it rather than actually like understand the sentence. So for a second, I thought we were like pulling out the moon and stretching it taut. I was like, wait, no, it's definitely not using that spelling of taut. I should be suspicious, shouldn't I? I think you must have some sort of evil plan. Of course! You should always be suspicious. I'm shifty. I'm here to get the upper hand.
Good. That's why I'm here too. Still, I don't mind if it's your evil plan that finally succeeds as long as it's yours.
Like taffy, yeah. Saltwater taffy. Laffy Taffy.
All Laffy Taffy's pretty good except for banana. I never liked banana taffy.
You're trying to fluster me. Try harder. I mean, it's working. I just want to get more flustered.
You're in a really good mood. So I'm extra worried. More worried to be working with you than all the times frightening you. Not in a bad way, though.
The gravity well is a massive engine. It is very stable. To destabilize it is very dangerous to everyone and everything. Which is why they're opening it. The escorting operational platforms from Cradle's Grace and Celestial Mechanic tonelessly coordinate with each other to instruct Saturn and Pluto on preparations. Like exes that are forced to attend an event for their children together, because that's what they are. Yeah, I guess we're at 0 with Cradle's Grace. Moon is an eager learner, it is. Now you're the one who's quiet. I was in a good mood. Did I tease you too much?
Oh, no. I was just remembering something. You remember this too? We did something like this before a long time ago.
We did? Together? I only saw you a little bit back then, back on campus. It was kind of a weird time. You seemed really far away then, more so than now. And we weren't there that long. The third generation, they wanted to kickstart the process, you know? Not a whole childhood of care and attention, but condensed, chemically assisted, cybernetic enhanced growth. They wanted us to go from nothing to perfect. I guess by that standard, we didn't fall as short as we could have. Unfolding dimensional chords, being toward acceleration.
They were hard times. You know, I was really bad at first, right? Not just terrible at all classes, all of the tests, all of the work, but I wasn't obedient or likable either. I was super annoying.
Wait, was she sticking out her tongue?
I still feel like that's me most of the time.
That can't be true.
Of course it's true. I wouldn't have tried so hard if I hadn't been like that at first. When I first got here, I knew I was lucky. I should have been so much happier that I was on Earth, but everything felt wrong. It took a long time for those memories to turn happy, containing stray particles establishing nets.
It was the opposite for me. At first, I loved being a science experiment, but I guess it would have been different for you. I didn't think about that. The power of sticking your tongue out. Bleh. You made it sound like we met each other before. Enabling psychic canceller limit off.
I'm good at remembering people. There's not that many of us, so it's not that hard. But I remember you. You looked like you started out perfect. You know, I was a little jealous of you. I'm not surprised you don't remember the one thing we did together. Everyone was there and we were just thinking about what happened and not anything else.
Oh, you're talking about, yeah, that. We were all there, so of course you were there. I didn't think about that either.
Nyx, Impetus, and Europa all wanted the space program to justify its existence. Earth didn't agree. The alien threat that we defeated with such ease wasn't even worth it. Just a shadow created by waves of humanity in space, a color and a light that fought us but never came into focus. So, they had us all come together over the gravity well, just like this. See if we could pull whatever they were more fully into our universe. And then it went so wrong.
That was when the space program really ended, wasn't it?
We never should have done it. It was risky. No one knew what they were doing. Everyone was desperate.
I don't know. Maybe Nath doesn't feel that way. Any point of glimmering darkness in the gravity well sometimes shines in such a way. For a moment, it seems like there's something inside.
I hope that's true. I want to believe. I can't blame them for what happened, though. Either way.
Really, though? What do you mean, can't blame them? I mean, they were the ones who gave in, right? When most people talk about what Neith did or what happened, when they turn inside out in the light of gravity well, it was as if it was a horrible accident. They turned inside out in the light of... turned inside out? It's as if it was a horrible accident. As if it wasn't? As if it was. Is it... I mean, why would you just say it was a horrible incident? Not something they did on purpose. Why do you talk about it like it was? Or maybe it was.
I just had this feeling. I didn't really know Neith at all. No, maybe I should just be honest for a second. I was thinking the same thing.
What if I jumped in? Oh, he just jumped in. I wasn't even like, he's like, oh, let me just like my chance. No, bro just jumped in. He is probably miserable. I thought the same thing. We could have been like them. During the testing, when we saw the gravity well opening before us, we could have jumped in too if we wanted to.
It was scary.
It was. But a lot of us looked at first, and after we thought, us too. And that was how Celestial Mechanic was born. That's the truth. Whatever Ivridis really wants aside, we have our own ideas.
That's amazing. I couldn't be so brave. When Earth looked at what emerged, they were filled with despair. That's how I decided to feel too. After all, it was proof that the existential threat was the same thing it's always been. The same thing we've been fighting as long as humans have been humans. The shadow of possibility cast by us. The not quite there aliens we fought for so long were just caused by our ripples in space-time. We only had ourselves to lose, and nothing to gain by fighting them. Where Neith went, and what they became, only Venus knows.
What did you really feel in that moment, before you told yourself otherwise? I'll tell you how I felt. I felt smug. I mean, I did everything right, and that loser messed it up. Empathy? None. We don't need that. When I learned it was the end of the program, I was mad. When they demoted me from piloting anyway, I realized I was the fool. It was an important lesson on not being a good girl.
Stabilizing reaction. Synchronicity perfect. Hold until stable. I feel like I know you a little better now, Saturn.
Me too. In a new kind of way. Now you, what did you really feel? the gravity well opens up. Are we just gonna jump in? The reactor is turned inside out, from shining white to infinite black. I don't think we are. Drawing in all that is and emitting all that isn't yet. Gravity's self. The weight we have in the universe. That alone is all we need to touch. Yoo-hoo! Oh, there you are. I think this is still YouTube safe. I knew we'd only get a moment. Oh wait, no, this is Saturn. I knew we'd only get a moment. I think maybe... Or do you maybe think sometimes of falling in? Even you? You must have thought about it. Poor resonance is perfect. Poor resonance in perfect condition? Ready for full release? Gravity well, unbound. All stability checks nominal. Here it comes. Back then, I almost did jump in. I thought about it before it was happening. And they said, you must not, under any circumstances, make anything I couldn't do possible. I left everything I had behind. It's an awful paradox of a deal, but I wanted to do it so much. I would have if Neith hadn't wanted it 1 second more. I never told anyone that. You really are good at seducing people, Saturn. Uh-huh. If I gave you the chance to fall in again, would you? Would you fall in with me? Just you wait and see. The gravity well shines. It is collapsing into a star. Everything is starting. Opening was peaceful. Perfect. No problems. Yet there is a feeling, the fluttering of wings deep down. Wait, but I sided with you! Not that we really like you, but I'm disappointed, Saturn. Expected more from you. Huh? Sorry, wait. That really is the best thing you could have ever said to me. Are you sure there's no bitterness behind that laughter, Saturn? You think you could admonish me for not impressing you enough at this point? No sense of failure? If you are mad, how could I possibly consider that a failure? I was just expecting more. More cosmic disappointment. True ruining of the universe. You expect me to believe you're happy with this outcome? Memorial Foundation. Such low ambitions. You're underestimating me. Don't think I wouldn't pick a future just to spite you. Ooh. I don't believe that for a second. What happened to the ambitious person I knew? Finally, you have nothing to say. Are you afraid of what's coming back to Earth that much? What's coming back to Earth that much? You really don't get how satisfying it is to listen to you go on like this. You, the mocker of dreams. Hey, if it is, why don't you try being more realistic? I have nothing to lose in a return to Earth. Does that bother you to no end? I can see how this would truly be the future you fear the most. You don't have anything to lose. But when we came back to Earth, are you maybe afraid of what it will gain? Future? Over his future will gain? The future? Memorial Foundation does not have the power or the courage, or the hope. They have experience in numbers, and that still matters. It matters the most because the gravity well is whimpering, sputtering. The Earth's tactics, strategic and realistic, are favored. Their weapons are kinetic. They don't fight with anything dreamlike or unique. All they have is to do this simple job. The fight between giant robots will only be so realistic. But that's the best they know how to do. Never fought on Earth after all. Gravity Well is successfully commandeered by the Memorial Foundation. The limits are made clear. They were rockets built always for entry back home, to take everyone with them. Wow. That's a little face. Elamedes in the low Silsea soars in glory, holding the dying gravity well in her arms. Through it, she extends the logic of Earth, every tidal reactor. Logic? Yeah, the logic of Earth to every tidal reactor. The exact gravitational constants that determines human. It determines human to be human. Lunatera, you've done so well. Been so good. Are you still going to betray us? Europa told me to expect it.
I won't. Like I promised. Even if the rest of the pilots may not forgive me, they're coming home now too. Is that a problem? I thought it was happiness for all, no one left behind. Emphasis on the no one left behind because the first is hard to.
You have to be careful, you know that. They think we're more trouble than we're worth. There's a really simple, easy solution to us becoming another existential threat. Wow, space love it. A simple way to defeat it and prevent it. When they indulge the Memorial Foundation's plea for an alternative to their method, the one used from the beginning of humanity to the present day, they allowed us. Because we made the promise of submitting without complaint.
That's true. Europa never failed to remind me that Earth could just decide to kill us.
Earth cannot be divided. We're meant to be one. Taker's Hole. Taker's Hole! This is actually the prequel to Dead Space. Earth is an anchor in space-time for us. It wasn't always like that. We started from zero. We had to carve out our place in the universe bit by bit. We have to move ever forward, marching in progress. March? To the Mechas? As culture marches forward, so does our gravity increase. We need each other. We need this culture, this gravity to make us together.
I agree. Humans need to come together.
Lunatera immediately fires a solid, light bullet into the gravity well restraint mechanism, and the gravity well implodes back to life. In the middle of the victorious fleet, communication immediately falls apart as space-time and electromagnetic forces tear through them.
You finally did it, Lunati. Something so dumb. I don't have time to get mad before I save you from it. You could have at least told me this is what you were planning. I would have, but I wasn't planning this until 10 minutes ago. Hey, I didn't even cut it that close. Tell me you've thought up something good. I'll follow you, even to a bad ending.
Huh? No, don't talk about bad endings, only great endings.
But not if you've got nothing other than that depressing conclusion. I'd have to hate you to let you do that, baby.
Hands reach from behind her and hold the well gently, easily, as Alamede's fingers shatter. What? Traitor!
Sorry, I'm just borrowing it.
You're not sorry now. You weren't sorry then. I think you might really wish you were sorry. I want to believe you. I want to believe you want to be sorry, but that's not good enough. It's certainly much too late for it. I wish, instead of wanting to be sorry, you just wouldn't be able to be happy again.
Can't do that.
Please deny this.
Low soul sleep is made almost entirely of constantly refracting hard light. Yeah, I dig this design. Can we get more mix like this? This is cool. It emits from every angle of light, although I guess that'd be an absolute pain to animate. It emits from every angle at light speed a drowning torrent, a reverse vacuum, a void of energy, an unignorable, undeniable deluge, light with the substance and pressure and weight of water. The heaviness is unbearable, to Lunaterra especially, and it's so familiar. It's impossible to escape. Automatically, she falls right in. No matter what terrible things you've done, you've never forgotten exactly what you deserve for them. That's how you could make it up. That's how you should make it up. At least, not in the same way. Huh? How you could make it up. You should make it up. At least, not in the same way. Which I know now. I thought I would die for it. But the nice thing is, if you don't die from this, grow up. Even if it feels unfair. You suffering? Lunaterra reaches her hands as close as she can to the gravity well. Own tidal reactor howls and creaks with a strain of not falling in. It isn't interested in Lunaterra's dreams. It just wants to have everything. The infant wish of humanity. Earth's pure greed, the white void. All-consuming gravity that erases all distinction. Pluto can barely keep the light at bay. It tears into Pluto. A perfect synchronicity. Memorial Foundation has been waiting for this chance. At the unit designed to defeat them. The one that reminds them of everything they can't have. It's drowning. Their fingers are still reaching. Still holding the dying gravity well. Enemy ships are fast approaching. Autonomous defense units. Unlike a ship self, they are designed with war in mind. As Halmidi said, easiest option is to just kill us. Option they're always most eager to take. They are surprised then, and Saturn tears them to pieces. I was wondering where we are. Like we have Lunaterra, we have Pluto, but where's we? Where is us? Woo! I guess you were right. From how unsure you were, you made it sound like it was going to be a lot harder. Water. Ah. Oh. I'm silent. Pluto, you've been a good influence on her. Like how I've been a bad one. Really suited for a hopeless woman like that, aren't we? Thanks, Saturn. It'll just be a little longer. Don't ignore my nonsense. This is all over. I'm not going to forget it. Sure, you can tease me all you want. If you win. That's not very inspiring. It'll be super inspiring if we win, so let's do that first. Saturn poisons the waters. It corrupts the information. What washes over Pluto
is muddy, pink, toxic, and definitely bad for you. But at least it doesn't want to eat you alive in the name of love. It just wants to mess you up in a good way and let you mess it up too. The destabilization has gone successfully so far, and the gravity well is diminished and weak and dying fast. That's okay though. It's enough for a little wish. The greatest trick is to just move 1 inch forward. The only trick: change the physics by a decimal point in a secret place where they won't notice. Eventually, by inventing a new Earth. Not eventually. Equivalent to inventing a new Earth, it's changing the acceleration due to gravity by 0.1 meters per second squared. Equivalent to inventing a new Earth. Changing the air. What is something that is impossible, even with the gravity well. The Earth is the Earth, and it will bind everything to it. Except there's a nearby body, in perfect sync, inseparable and distinct. And though its orbit, its tides influence in subtle ways the life of Earth. I understand now. This is something I want too. You coming up with this idea is just the worst. Why couldn't you just be a bad person with bad ideas and wicked dreams? And it's impossible now. Who would want to give up the moon for Earth? If we lose, we'll really look like idiots. We'll live alone on a lifeless moon. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. The moon is to be abandoned too, unless you can bring it into such inseparable closeness. No. Stop convincing me. This sucks. I still hate you. Fine. Live on the moon. Away from me forever. The Solsi shuts the valve. Earth rips around inside her. But the gravity well, already compromised, begins to glow to life again. For a little bit longer, Earth can touch it. But Earth can touch it. For a little bit longer, Earth can touch it. Can't shut it down. But can't shut it down? Left to its own devices, the gravity well will bring all things together. With all the fabulous dream tech of the Memorial Foundation International Space Program, the gravity well brings together matter, light, and culture is the strongest execution of their dreams. And a pathetically mistaken one too. The gravity well brings things closer until they pass through the event horizon. Oh my god, I know that movie. And then can never return to the universe again. The limit where even information can return. Whether it's the good universe or the terrible one, Lunatera doesn't intend to find out. Is hopelessly attached to the universe. Good morning, Edo-2! I don't think I said it, but good morning, Nado-P. Good morning! What do we want? What we do want is to get a little closer. I thought you said you could find a way to be happy in any kind of future. I think that works only if we try really hard to make it not suck first. See, she gets it. Well, it's not like I think it won't work. If the gravity well is sufficiently strong, it is true. It'll eat away at the tidal forces of the Earth. The math is like gravitational forces of the Earth will change somewhere in the billionth place. How about the 100th? That's definitely super impossible. I think we move the center of gravity between the Earth and the moon. Pull a little, we pull a lot. We pull until our body falls apart. I think we can get a shift in the 100th place. And bring a little bit of what we made back here home. That's a very kind, generous kindness. And us also an extremely petty act of revenge.
Yes. I want to pay the price. And they should pay it too.
You should never expect me to choose a boring future. I didn't come here to be bored. And I didn't come here to be realistic. Because you're an anime girl. Don't think I'd give it up for love either. But I'm not an idiot. All these dreams are meaningful because I'm still human. There's no way to have everything I want. So I have to choose half. Which is so unfair, you know? I'd rather lose everything trying to get a choice. Like, wait, I'd rather lose everything than get a choice like that. Lose everything trying. It's a hard choice, too. The hardest. My human half is so easy to throw out. So difficult to treasure. We'll be tender with it. Lunatera. I think I think it is LT. I don't think it's TL. I think it's LT. I think Lunar comes first. But we'll see its value. We'll make it powerful. I mean, that's for sure. I can't do something like that. All of you can. You've got a lot of work left. It'll be hard. I know it's already been much harder for the two of you. Together, we argue for the value. But the contamination and change of our bodies grow and thrive. Adorning blue gecko! Welcome in. We want Earth to be our garden. Let's poison it. We'll never be the same after we seduce them. Ooh. Lunatera doesn't hear the alarm. Her body knows exactly when it's supposed to wake up. And she does. She doesn't have to wake up this early anymore. But her body has a hard time letting her go back to sleep. Oh my gosh. Did we reach an ending? Oh my gosh, did we just live happily with our wife? She wakes up, tries to focus her eyes. She wakes up and tries to focus her eyes. Her head hurts just a little. So she thinks she'll go ahead and make coffee. Except Saturn's arm is tugging on her shirt. And Pluto's legs are tangled up in her. Woo! Why did I even try to go down? Pluto's route, and we still got her? Holy. Let's see. So maybe she can't make coffee just yet. She worms out of the comforter as much as she can. The apartment's summer air conditioning keeps things nice and cool. But the summers here are hot, and so are the girls. Maybe if she tries really hard, she can go back to sleep. But it's hard. It's always hard with the sun still there. But especially with just the hum of the AC and everyone's low breathing and light shivering. Shiver of sweat. Hey, dude, wake up! Hey! Don't pull me back into bed. Pluto, stop her. But I want to see who wins. You're the one who wants to make breakfast. You made her wake up. Don't act like it's not your problem. None of you were up when I was up, so it's time to sleep forever. That's what I said. Also, you're clearly awake, so let's go! No, Pluto. I'm making breakfast, though. I already turned on the stove. It's fine. I'll just burn the house down. Help me stop Saturn. Okay. You traitor! You betrayed yourself! That's enough out of you. Come get coffee, Lunati, before you get a headache over it. You're really such a faker. It's for serious. You two, you switch sides really easily. So do you? Up again? Alright. You're helping me make breakfast. What? come she gets to sleep in?
He'll be right behind us.
She was. Lunatera shivered for a second, bare under the AC, and then she got up. She turned the light, canceling off the window, and the day, which will last for the rest of the month, poured in, which she can feel a minute of before she wants to go get breakfast too. On the near side of the moon, the earth will always be visible. Without the hands of her old body, she won't ever be able to fly or feel the view as anything but a picture again. Even the memories are fading. The moon is closer. So close that there's almost no difference between it and Earth. It's another country. A strange country. And the Earth is too. Triple ending! Dang, I guess we chose all the options. Like, we didn't side with Grace's whatever. But I guess we chose options that were generally, like, favorable of Pluto. I think that's what I wasn't... And of course, me! They're thinking me. Wowie. Wowie! I wasn't initially, like, thinking... I was thinking that... What is it? Alliances were one and the same with, like, the girls' basically heart level, but I don't think it was. I do not think it was like that at all. But we got a cute ending! I'm down with that. There's so many other routes. Wait, is Heaven Will Be Mine on sale? Guys, it's spring sale. The spring sale is on, Dornians. The game is 60... Dornians, the game is on sale for 6-7%. It is only $4.94 right now. 6-7% off. It's 6-7% off. I can't make this up. I can't make... Why did they do... Guys, there's somebody. There's somebody at... Who's in charge? Who's the publishers? Pillow Fight! They've got a sense of humor over there. Dokunana! Yeah, so, Heaven Will Be Mine is 67% off right now if you want to see the other routes, Borneans. They're not paying me for this. I'm not being paid for this, so just believe that. I do like this game. It does feel a lot. I feel like is washing over me, like a lot of the deeper meanings of things. I feel like I might actually play this game at work during lunch. To see, I might play the game for other routes during lunch at work. This seems like a very work appropriate game. Like, you know, it doesn't show anything too crazy. There's not like a lot of... It's just reading, right? So like I can just like kind of like click. It's not like I'm like going crazy. This dialogue is all hitting about the same as it did back then. Like for you, feeling it. Yeah, the nudity. It's like, it's artful nudity. It's very artful nudity. Like, I feel like even if people saw it, they'd be like, oh, that's very nice. It wouldn't be like, oh my god, look at the booba. Like, they don't really even have booba, it feels like. It feels like when they get naked, it just disappears. It's the ultimate form of censorship. There's nothing. Nothing. Oh, lesbians. Yep, that's them. Yeah, I did like it. It's such a... It feels like a story that, like, you don't really see. Like, why don't we more often have 3 factions that we can side or not side with, huh? Huh? Why can't we just, like, punt around and do silly things amongst factions? Really, the question is, oh, this is, it would not, well, it's BL, in a sense. Like, if we had this sort of setup, but with, Legend of the Galactic Heroes as the background. With all with the different factions and like the factions and the like rebels, it would be so good. That's what I'm saying. It's the armored core we need. That's in production. The person that originally brought that up, they've got I think a bunch of sprites for all of the characters already made. But it's like them and one other person, so they're trudging through it slowly. But like it will be a game. Armored core is like absolutely going to happen unless you know like the worst occurs. Otherwise, it will definitely be a thing. We gotta wait patiently. Surely, Armored Core will come out at the same time as DLC or Game 2. 6.5. Armored Core 7. They have to stream the... Oh, they do? They stream themselves doing the art? That's really cool. That's super cool. Right, not paid. Not paid. I still can't believe it's 67% off. That's not a normal amount that you put the game on sale for. They're cheating. They're cheating. I can't believe them. They're cheating. Alright. Well, that will be it for Heaven is Mine. I do not know what we will play next week. I have to think. I have to sit down in my thinking chair and think. And then I'll use my mind to take a step at a time. I can do anything. Do that I wanna do. Woo! It's doing a lot of weird percentages off in this Steam sale. 6-7 feels like they're just trying to be memey, but I wonder what other reasons are. Like, the one that makes sense to me is if your game is like a weird price to begin with and you want it to have like be $5 or something. Otherwise, I'm not sure. I'm not sure really. Or maybe it's like taking regional pricing into consideration. 61%? What? That's so weird. 61 and 47. Yeah, okay, there's something happening. There's like some meta thing that there's, because usually it's not like that. So for multiple places to be right in their weird numbers, I should ask our Steam guy. Why is everybody doing weird numbers? Why are they doing this? Oh, let them do this! Who let the dogs out? Who's in charge here? Yes. That will be it for today, Thorny. Yes! Thank you. I do enjoy. I did enjoy Heaven Will Be Mine. I just have to think about it. I have to think more about it. Let's see, for this weekend, tomorrow or today and the day after, we've got Mobile Suit Gundam Side Story Blue Terror. It is all in Japanese, so we will just be doing our best to just understand the story, but it's all about the gameplay anyway. Truly. not actually, but we're gonna pretend it is. And then the day after that, it'll be more Super Robot Wars Y. Wait, trying to follow. Okay, there we go. Just give us a fun surprise to see here. Yeah, I think it's when. Is it when I got for Christmas, or did I bought myself? One of them. It was in my library. If it's in my library, it is gold. It is all a go. So, Dornians, until next time, wherever it may be, whenever it may be, if it may be, until then, let's gimme. Oh,